Hi 3F parents, it's Miss Fitz here, and today I'm going to be trying to film a short video for you all with some information that you guys will need for this year. So I've got some notes on my laptop, so if you guys see me looking this way, just know it's for that reason. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the kids' readers. This is their first year off their readers because they are now independent. So students will be reading chapter books. We go to the library every Tuesday and the students borrow 2 books. One stays at school and one will go home. Students are expected to read 5 times a week at home for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and this needs to be recorded in their St. Kevin's reading diary, which I collect every Monday. The students simply need to write the name of the book and the pages that they read. So for example, Harry Potter, page 1 to 10, and then a parent or a guardian needs to sign it, and then every Monday I will be checking that off. I have a little checklist, so if I do not see your child's diary 2 weeks in a row, then an email or a call will be made home to ask where that is, because that just shows me that they are making sure that they're reading at home. The other thing this year that I will be sending home, which is optional, is spelling words. So every Monday we are having a vocab focus. This is to help students to expand their reading and their writing skills. So I will be sending the 5 words of the week home using Compass. I'll be touching on Compass a bit later. It's up to you what you want to do with these 5 words. You can either work with your child to write them in a sentence, you can look up the definition, or some parents have already started working with their child on spelling these words. This is really good moving forward, especially with their writing, because the more we can get them to write and sound out more complex words, the better their vocab's going to be. So those 5 words will be sent out hopefully each week every Sunday night, and then it's up to you if you would like to do that with your child. As I said, that's optional, but the reading is compulsory, and that's 5 nights a week. The next thing I'm going to mention is their specialist. The specialist we have at St. Kevin's is sport, performing arts, and this year we've started science. For sport, they have Mr. Scarfo, and that's every Tuesday and Friday. They need to wear sports uniform and supportive runners. That also leads a little bit into the uniform policy. Students need to have their hair tied up and away from their face. They also should only be wearing studs or small hoops if they have their ears pierced, and they shouldn't be wearing any bracelets or necklaces unless they are religious. For watches, they should only be watches that students can read the time on. They shouldn't be smart watches. In terms of hair ties and clips and scrunchies, they need to ensure that they are in school colours, so blue or white, please. The performing arts teacher this year is Mrs. Pez. Students have performing arts on a Tuesday with her, and they'll already be wearing sports uniform due to having sport on that day anyway, which is great. The other specialist is science, which the kids have on Friday, and they do not need to bring anything to that lesson. But I will mention on Friday the kids also have art, which this year they will be completing with Mr. Con and the grade 4s. A lot of students already have a smock at school, but if they do not, I'd really appreciate if you could send a smock with them. That also leads me to discussing their computers. So this year, the grade 3s have laptops. These laptops belong to the school and they will stay at the school, but the kids will be using these pretty much every day. I do have a class set of headphones, but moving forward into the upper levels, students will be required to bring their own headphones. So if you would like to purchase your child a pair of headphones or earbuds to plug into their laptop, then you're more than welcome to. But if you are not able to do that right now, that's fine, and they can use the ones that we have in the classroom. The next thing I want to touch on is tuck shop. Please be mindful with the amount of money that you are giving your child, as we obviously do not allow kids to share food or money at school, and students are only permitted to buy 2 items from the tuck shop. The next thing that I wanted to quickly mention is holidays. Please make sure that you notify me or the office if you and your child are going on a holiday. This can also be tracked on Compass. So as I mentioned before, Compass is our new form of communication at St. Kevin's. This is an app, so an email should have been sent home to you with your login. This app can be downloaded on your phone, and pretty much everything is done on this app moving forward. So newsletters, the school calendar, first aid incidences will all be on there, as well as a parent calendar for future dates as well. This is really important moving forward, because if you know you're going on a holiday, or you know, for example, that your child is going to be away, you can actually log this into Compass in advance, so that it saves Robin from having to do that in the office on the day of. So if you have not downloaded Compass, please make sure that you do, because that's really important moving forward. And the other thing that I want to mention is an app called Seesaw. We haven't fully got it up and running yet, but we hopefully will be in the next few weeks. Seesaw is an app that is used to show parents student work. So I at school and the students can take photos of their work, and we can send this to you guys through the app, so that you guys can see in real time what the students are doing. So this is an amazing way that I can show you the work that we're doing and what we're up to in class, so that you guys can also be on top of and even help them at home with the things that we're learning about at school. So I'm really excited about that. So when that's up and running, I'll make sure to notify you all, and I'm sure that a note will be sent home for that as well. The last thing I want to talk about is behaviour management. One of the last things, is behaviour management. We have a behaviour management policy in our school and also in our classroom, but if there are any incidences that need to be sent home, a note will be sent home called a behaviour management form. There's a little signature part at the bottom that you need to sign. This just shows that you are aware of the incident and that you know that it's happened. If you have any questions about the incident, please call the office. But if not, just simply sign the bottom of the note and then send that home. Send that to school for me to check. The next thing is, if there is any incidences that are of a bigger magnitude, for example, if your child is hurt, then obviously a phone call will be made home. But moving forward, if, for example, your child was to have a fall and graze their leg, a note would be filled out on Compass and you would get notified through there. So the physical first aid sheets won't be sent home anymore. The next thing that I want to say is just communication with myself. If you ever have any questions, just send me an email. My email is on our term overview, as well as what we are learning for the term and any important dates. But if there is anything really important that you need to speak to me about, please call the office and just ask for myself, for Miss Fitzgerald or Miss Fitz, and they will simply call the phone that's in my room and we can have a chat before or after school. I always try to get back to you all within 24 hours, but obviously sometimes that can be out of my control if I'm unwell or if I'm on personal leave. So just know that I try my best to get back to you all. But as I said, if it's really important, please give the office a call and you can then chat to me over the phone. And the last thing I want to mention is just some important dates. All important dates are sent out in our term overview letter, which has been sent out now. So if you scroll to the bottom and look at important dates, they're all in there. But I did want to say an important one for the future, which is in September. On the 14th of September, we have our Year 3-4 sleepover, which all the kids are really excited about. So I just wanted to make sure that all of you had that date written down. It's the 14th of September, and the sleepover will be happening with the grade 4s at school, obviously with myself, and I know the kids are really excited for that, so I wouldn't want any of them to miss out. But that's the most important date that I wanted you all to be aware of. But all other dates, as I said, are on the overview letter, and they're also on Compass on the parent calendar. On the parent calendar, you should be able to click the overview and you should be able to change it to weekly or monthly, so that you can see what's coming up ahead as well. Also, for parents that have their child participating in reconciliation, the dates are also on those two platforms as well. But if you have any questions, please email me as well. Yes, if you have anything that you're unsure of. But I hope that covers everything. And as I said, if you have questions, let me know. Or if there's something I haven't covered, please let me know. And I hope that you're all well and your children are all settling in really well to the school year as well. So thank you for listening and sitting through this video. It's a little bit longer than expected, but I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you.